Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Wow, that was amazing. I'll tell you what. Yesterday, someone posted, "Hey, there's nothing in this cup," and it actually, when I was watching it back afterwards, it did kind of look like I had no coffee in there, but I did have coffee in there. It's just I had already drank about a quarter of it, and those skinny tall cups, you really can't see the cup. But there's coffee in here. I'll tell you what. Are you kidding me? I'm not coming out here to have coffee chat and having no coffee. That's for sure. Anyhow, guys, I learned something about myself yesterday, quite interestingly enough, that I really didn't expect. So yesterday was a very hectic day for Judy and I because she had about 3 different appointments, and in some of these appointments, she was getting her nerves tested, and they had to like stick needles into all various parts of her muscles and whatever, and in the back of her neck and stuff. It was very painful for her, and she was there, squeezing my fingers and stuff when she was going through it. And then later on in the afternoon, we ended up in another place where they were doing, they had to put something on her head there and had all kinds of, wires and whatnot to check for different things. I don't know what it is. But needless to say, while I was there, I had to step out of the room to make a call. And there I was, kind of looking for a place, to, do my phone call. And, this one particular person, a couple of people were pleasant. "Hey, can I help you, this or that?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just trying to make a call here." Anyway, one person says, "Hey, you can't, make this call," and says it really sharply to me. Says, comes out and says, "Sir, you can either go over there or get back in the room," kind of thing, like, like we're just kind of cattle. And guys, I snapped. Now, I didn't snap at the person. I snapped out loud, and I just was like, "Mother, father," kind of deal. And, and I don't do that normally. You know what I realized there? I had let all this stress of this accident and everything kind of build up, build up, build up. And you think you got everything under control. And the reality is, guys, when you don't actually let your stress out and you don't actually process it, it just gets there on the inside. And I'll tell you what, it finds a release. It finds a release valve. And sometimes you might be wondering, "Hey, why are they snapping at me, or why am I snapping at them?" And not really realizing you just haven't allowed yourself to process all that stress on the inside. And you got to be able to get out there and do that. And I'm a person that, I come out in the morning and I enjoy this time and things like that. And I'm a person of prayer as well. But it really showed me that, hey, there's still some work to be done down deep in there. And so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that revelation because I want to get that work done. But I'll tell you, don't let things pile up too high, because you know what? You may be tearing each other apart, and it's really not each other that is the problem. It's circumstances, it's life and stress. Just think about that with one another. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that subject. Now, I was reading a majorly interesting article, and this one was coming out of, I think it's called Bundelson's Bank in it's Deutsche Bank or something, Bundelson Bank or something like that. Anyway, this had to do with the digital euro, and the plan in this article that they intend on releasing it in autumn of 2023, a CBDC in the Eurozone in 2023. At least this is what this leaked report was saying. And the thing of it is, one of the highlights that was highlighted in this article was the fact that they want to actually use those CBDCs and program them such a way to actually ban the purchase of various goods. Now, we've already seen some of that over here with certain credit cards not being allowed to purchase certain products. And those of you who are kind of up to speed on it all know exactly what I'm talking about. And so, you think about that and you consider the fact that, hey, if we just don't do anything and we get a CBDC out here that says, "Oh, you bought too much potato chips this week, I guess you're not getting any in your grocery order next week," because it will literally control the purchase of what you actually spend. Not just how you spend it or how much you can spend and all that as well, but actually on what you can spend. And get this, they even have it in there for approved vendors. So they're going to literally control businesses. Yep, you can shop here, but you can't shop here kind of deal. That is absolutely obscene when you think about that. You don't have to program that in to CBDCs in order for CBDCs to work and actually be the replacement for our current fiat system. But guys, it is not all about just, flipping the switches to a new monetary system, because look, like they're doing in the Federal Reserve and sending all that information, without being published to the public, not for distribution, with respect to a fourth monetary instrument. And that is a method of social control. And this has got to be addressed, and big time. I think that you're going to find out that a lot of people are going to wake up to this reality, and they are going to flip out, because most folks are just literally trying to get by as it is. Now they know that, hey, the market, because they're seeing the inflation when they go to the grocery store, the gas station, whatever, they're seeing it. So they know that, hey, things aren't really looking too good, don't they? I mean, we all kind of know that. But the reality is this: most people are oblivious when it comes to the transition that they're being set up for into this new digital economy. Now, we all know about it because, our ears are to the ground and we're close to it. But do you realize what a minority we are? I mean, less than what? 3% of the global population is touching cryptos in any way, shape, or form. That is mesmerizing, guys. And then you got the powers that be literally trying to stamp it out in certain situations. So, I mean, we have to be very vigilant and get the message out there. And certainly, someone asked in one of the comments, hey, do you think we should be writing our members of parliament, or do you think we should be, dealing with our congressmen and senators and all these different politicians around the world? You bet your last XRP I do. We have got to be vocal. I'm being as vocal as I can. Let's get out there and really, really turn up the heat, because they're certainly turning up the heat and they have an agenda. There is definitely a plan, and it is unfolding. This is not just happening like happenstance. Oh, this happened, so hey, maybe we did. They're not thinking up these ideas as they go, guys. This has been orchestrated a long, long time ago, believe it. You don't have some of the best economists in the world working on a problem like this years and years ago, not knowing what they would be facing today and having contingencies to address it. That is for certain. Don't let them buffalo you with that idea. Oh my goodness, we just didn't know, and so we had to. No, guys, come on. We're not that naive. We've been around the block. I literally have a video, and I'll put this clip in there, of my prime minister during the whole, sea dump deal, talking about, hey, what that whole situation afforded them to do with their pre-planned agendas. It is absolutely obscene. You're going to see it here. I'm going to plug it in here.
Pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems that actually address global challenges.
I'm telling you guys, this is all by design. Don't let them tell you that it's just by surprise and happenstance. And so when you see these things rolling out the way that they do, watch and see how it's going to affect the global population and how it's going to affect the monetary system. And I'll tell you what, those of us that are in this space, as early as we are we, you are going to literally get on your knees and you're going to say thank you. You really are. In my estimation, many, many, many of us are going to think the blessing of knowing and being involved so early. At least that's my view. Well, guys, it looks like it's gearing up to be an absolutely amazing day. And until later on, when we release our video later on this afternoon, tonight, I sure hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Take care and have a good one.